The second of the year. I just got home from Virginia to finish out the evening with management. I had to come outside one more time tonight. In fact, barely, not even an hour later. It's only about 35-40 minutes since the last time I was out here. And coming down at a pretty good clip. And yeah, I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings, but this looks like this is going to be a good one. 9 a.m. Here we are about 8 hours later, and it's coming down pretty good. Looks like we probably got at least a good 8 to 10 inches on the ground by now, or close to it. Well, as the morning is wearing on, it's a couple of hours later since I first came out this morning, and we're still getting quite a bit of it coming down in sheets here in some cases, and the plows are out, although I don't know how much good that's doing for right now. Just around 12 p.m. Actually, I got my timing wrong earlier. It was earlier in the day, but we're right around noon right now. And I am at the ground level on my kitchen floor. That's how high the snow is. Okay, so I'm out on the deck in the snow without the right kind of boots and shoes, so I'm sinking in the snow now in a pair of flip-flops in an effort to measure or get an idea of how many inches of snow we have. And this here is my yardstick, as you can see. So now we put the yardstick in and we measure, and right now we're looking at about, looks like just about almost a foot, getting close. That's what's on the stick. But down here, we put the yardstick in the ground, and there we are. We're at about a foot there too. And one more time, coming over here, put the yardstick in the ground. Now that's different. That's showing about 14 or 15. So we're coming down good. So here we are in the early afternoon, and this is one of the lower points. As you can see, the snow, I'm at level with the yardstick, and the snow behind the yardstick is actually even higher than where I'm at measuring. And it's looking at right at about 15 inches. And again, I'm at ground level, and you can see that behind the yardstick, it's actually at a lower point. So we're probably more than well over 20 inches at this point. And the snow is still coming down at a really, really good clip, as you can see. This is out of the backside. And everything right now is pretty much just about buried. The winds are blowing. So here we are, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And it is, as you can possibly see, still coming down pretty good. Hard to kind of tell how high things are, but that little sign there is more than 3/4 buried. And the streets are pretty much quiet. About 4:30. Just a little idea of how deep we are in from the outside of the house for a change. And yeah, this is going to be a fun driveway to shovel come tomorrow. A view from the bay window looking out front. Almost all you can see is white. It's still coming down in buckets.
Everybody pretty much coming in with 19, 20 inches, and then you get your local heavier areas where we've had anywhere from 23 inches to 27 inches in some spots, and it is indeed a record snowfall. Again, it's going to take a while for this to pull out. We think the area of low pressure, however, is going to eventually, once it gets past our parallel, and so it's just south of us now. Once it gets up toward the Cape May area, it'll actually be a little further out to sea, but once it gets past our parallel, then this will eventually be pulling out. Winds will turn northwesterly, and that will dry us out pretty much completely.
Well, it was about a little more than 20 some hours ago, maybe 18 or 19 hours ago, that this all was just beginning. And the snow is still coming down really thick. It is around 5 o'clock, and it still looks real thick. It's supposed to be thinning out and stopping, supposedly.
I personally have been here since probably about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and let me tell you, the snow has not let up. If anything, it's getting heavier now. Now, I talked to Maryland State Police at the Forestville Barracks. They tell me that just that one branch of Maryland State Police has handled 178 calls for stranded motorists. That's just one tiny little branch of the Maryland State Police line. Now, joining me now live is a tow truck.
The wind is howling, man. Is it still coming down out there? It's almost 7 o'clock.
Another couple hours to go. You guys have been sending us your photos. Photos at WUSA9.com. And you've been clicking on the storm reports and sending us your storm totals. Just don't forget to include not just your town, but what county you're in, because it's a big difference whether you're in Springfield, West Virginia, or Springfield, the mixing bowl. Send them in. We're going to pass them along. Be safe. And we've been keeping you updated all day. We're not going to stop now. Let's send it back inside to Bruce.
Well, it's 8 o'clock. The news says that most of the accumulation is over, and that it should stop snowing any time now. But as you can clearly see, it's still coming down really good. But I imagine in the next few hours it'll probably stop. So they say we might get another inch to an inch and a half overnight. So it looks like we might be pretty close to 2 feet here, even though they're only saying in Bowie, Laurel, that we got about 18 inches, 17 or 18 inches, which is still pretty good. All in all, I think probably the biggest snow we've ever seen in Bowie since I've been in Bowie in the 10 years now that we've lived in Bowie. So it's a good one today.